everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nico and I am a full-time eBay reseller. So I'm continuing to work on this consignment grouping that I am selling for a lady. And there is some very, very vintage, rare stuff in here. Then there's some things that, you would think are worth money and they're not. So my house has been full of Barbies, of, all these toys here, perfumes, jewelry. So the Barbies are all listed and in my garage, packaged, ready to go. A lot of them have already sold, so I need to go in and edit those. I listed those 3 or 4 weeks ago, so now it's time for a huge edit to just kind of slowly come down, maybe put some on auction and get those sold, or at least recomp them, figure out if there's something I could do better on those. The jewelry I've been delving into. You've probably heard me talk about it if you've been on my channel for even a short time. And so that's going well, but there's so much money in there for myself too, not just for my client, but I need to get going on that. But right now I just had Barbies everywhere. I had huge boxes of these toys that I'm going to show you. And I just, couldn't think straight. Bringing in my own clothing, which I make 100% of the money on, so that kind of has to come first. But I wanted to give her back whatever isn't sellable. So if this is a video you just turned into because you saw the word toy or something, if you want to see some other things, just go one video back. I just uploaded it, and it shows all kinds of glass milk bottles and things that I thought might be collectible, and they just didn't end up to be. The one I have coming, and I will get it done before tonight because I want to know whether it's worth money or not, are some what are they called? Emmett Kelly Jr. clowns, and a lot of them are the signature collection. There's all kinds in there. My son and I have sold a few random ones of those, so they can be good, but they aren't all good. So after this, and after I get my duties for the day done that should be done, my shipping is not done yet, I gotta hurry, and then my listing is all drafted out. My VA has it in my account, or in my draft account, so I need to get 10 listings done today. Just 10. I have some good stuff. I'll pick the 10 best items and get those launched, and then I should be able to come back to cleaning, deep cleaning. Oh, man. All right. Let's get started. This stuff is so fun to look at, guys. Even if I ended up realizing it's not worth money and I'm giving it back to her, it's just so fun to see. All right, so do you guys, does your baby wear garters anymore? Baby garters. Oh my goodness, how cute. These actually, there are people with them on eBay. I guess you held up their little tiny socks with them. So cute, but not really worth selling. 2 Bakelite Viewmasters, and I've got the box and a few of the little things. I guess actually, I do need to go look at the specific. I did not look up the specific ones of these, and I do need to do that. I just need to take a minute and go through the 4 or 5 that are in here and make sure that none of these happen to be rare. I don't believe that they are. I can't even get this one to work. I dusted it off and washed it, and on the back, and it's just dirty. And even if not, these, even Bakelite, only go for like 12 bucks. So I'm not going to be selling these. She had 2 of them. I will look these up, but I don't think these are worth it either. So I'm glad I thought of that just in case. I'd hate to get rid of a really good one. Then the stationery is not in here, but it's really cute to see. Shirley Temple stationery. Boxes are darling. I love it. That'd be a great thing. It is really damaged and there's no stationery in there, so I'm not keeping that, giving that back. This is A Veil of My Sin by Lanvin. Not a real one, especially half open, not worth selling. This is an Avon Occur. Not really a whole lot of solds for that one. Now this one, boy, if you find it in the right shape bottle, ooh, really worth it. Very, very worth it. This is called Shocking di Schiaparelli. Ah, good thing the bottle on it. Goodness, guys, sorry. I'm like, I almost dropped a milk bottle before, so maybe I'm just, I don't feel nervous, but maybe I am. All right. Shocking D. Schiaparelli. This one is in this bottle. And it's, you know, it looks like it's been partially used. This one should still be worth about 40 because I have a ton of the perfume left. But there's other differently shaped bottles, and especially if you feel like you find a new one that was not sprayed, there can be some of these that go for $200 or $300. But the box is different, and it's not D. Schiaparelli. It's something different. So look that up. This is the Mist, and it's just made by Schiaparelli. So anyway, this one I'm going to go ahead and try to list for her. I need to recheck the rules on eBay. For a while there, you couldn't sell used perfume. Now I see hundreds of people doing it, so now I'm like, what do I do? Let me see if I can get this here. All right, this is an Erector set. These can be amazing. This one is not. 10041. Tons of rust, tons of damage. I think it might even be complete. I mean, he took inherently good care of the stuff as far as the pieces of everything. And it has the booklets, but there are over 6 available, if not more, depending on how you interpret the number on there. And only 2 have sold. And this one just, I would have to wash it all, and I would feel like I'd have to put it back in there. And the best price is around $30, so I'm not gonna do that, and I won't count the pieces. If it were worth 100, I would do that. But she does want some of the toys back. The one thing that she kind of, if it's not worth quite a bit of money, she wants back are the toys. She has a bunch of grandchildren, and you know, that way they can have something of their grandfathers. But she wanted to, you know, do right by the family, and everybody's splitting the proceeds, of course. So this is John Deere. This is a tractor. I thought maybe this was worth more, but it really isn't. With the box, maybe, but not this one. I've looked up all these little bits and pieces of farm implements. I Google Lensed them if they didn't have a marking, and this one just isn't. This one also, I looked and looked for the model on this, but I took really up close Google Lens things, and I think I found this one, and I don't think that one's worth anything either. All of these little farm implements. This is like a side mower, I guess it's called. And the paint on this one's really bad, but there is a brand name that can be worth like 20 bucks, but not that one. There's this thing. I don't know what that is. Then this thing, I did look them up. I just can't tell you now what they do, but... And I could do all of these as a group and probably get like $35, $40 for the group of them. And I would, except like, see, this trailer is very, very, very rusted. I know it doesn't matter on the right vintage toy. People don't care, but this one is just extremely, extremely rusted. Then she had this in there, you know, she just put anything in there that looked really old. She's got a ton of these little cars, or not a ton, 3 or 4 of these little tiny plastic cars. I did not see that they came up worth anything. And then this thing here, just another farm implement. So as a lot, I think I could do, you know, the farm implements and the tractor trailers and all of that. But I think that she would prefer to have that back. So I'm going to give her all of this back. It's not worth enough to, you know, really sell. And same with the perfume. I'm going to put that back in here. All right, now to the good stuff, guys. That was the bad stuff. I should have said that up front so I don't lose you on the video, a bunch of toys that aren't worth anything, but I've got good stuff in here. All right, so this thing, because there's no box, I think it's only going to get $30, but this is called the Electromic Flash. And there's one exactly, well, not one, there's a lot of exactly like this, and I guess you put the batteries in here and then you go, you know, and it flies. I'm going to sell this as untested. You know, this is a little bit bent right here, I think, and I don't want to crack it. So, you know, it could be $40, but because of the bend and untested, we'll probably just take $30. I'm getting this all caught up in my tape. Hold on a minute here. All right, so that one I am going to try to sell for her. All right. This one, Comet Mustang F51. These have sold for over $400. There's one on Terapeak for $424 right now, or, you know, an old sold. It's got a lot of the paperwork. Here's the plane itself. And so, you know, I don't know. I'm just going to take pictures of all of the stuff. I'll wipe out the box a little bit and, you know, put all of this in there and just sell it for, you know, as is for parts. But, you know, having the box and the plane itself, I'm not going to say that this works. So I don't know if we'll get 424. I think I'm going to start it at like 320 and run an auction starting either, let's see, tonight's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I'll probably just launch these Sunday night, so I get a full 7 days on it, or I might do a 10-day, but then, let's see, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I could do a 10-day, and then that way it would still end on a Sunday, but it's like a week and a half from now. I think on these it might be worth it, and I just want her to know I did my best, but I'm going to start it at 300, and then if this cycle doesn't get a bid, then I would do it on a second one. Okay. This one, oh my goodness. Now these Fleet Line boats are not that rare necessarily. You can go look up a Fleet Line boat and you'll see the green box. But this one is called the Marlin, first of all. And second of all, he has this outboard motor. So, and it's on the boat, but you know, it goes in here. So what outboard motor you have makes a difference. And let me try to show the boat itself. So this is all really dusty. I'm going to wash this off. So anyway, mine looks, not mine, the one for this gal, looks just like this, only there are no Marlin stickers on here. But there is one that I think looks just like mine. His Mercury motor has like different stickers on here, and I don't see the stickers. But either way, I'm going to go ahead. The one on Terapeak sold for $1,400, and then there's like a $900 one or something like that is next. So I don't know where mine falls because mine does not say Marlin right here, but it definitely matches all the other pictures. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it for her sake at like $1,000 and just see what happens. Because again, I'm going to put this as untested. I'm willing to do listing and a little bit of wipe down, but I'm not going to test a boat for a toy collector who's very, very, very picky. I just won't do that. So I copied the title of the one that sold for the most, because I think that's always important. And then I'm going to go back through and make sure that mine matches. Like, it has K and O in the title, and none of the others do, but mine is K and O. It says it on the box, it says it on the paper. So whatever that means, I don't know what K and O means. That's the problem with selling outside of your niche. That's why a lot of people don't recommend it. Because if I hadn't been careful, if I had just looked at, Fleet Line boats on eBay and said, okay, they go for $100, you know, I might have missed really getting good money for my clients. So it takes a ton of research. I've spent about 4 hours today doing nothing but looking stuff up, deciding if it's sellable, putting it out in a tub if it's not, and then putting it back in my car to take back to her. So, you know, now, yes, I'm going to get a decent percentage of maybe $1,000. So that's great. My time is paid for, and this is for a friend anyway, so it doesn't matter. And I've already made my money back on the jewelry if you do want to count my time. So I'm fine with it. But I rewrapped a bunch of milk bottles. I just didn't want to take them since they're sentimental and have them get broken. So I, you know, spent about 2 hours wrapping bottles and Fenton back up to take to her, so that it's, you know, back ready to store. So I've spent a lot of my time, but, you know, I think it's what, you know, should be done. So anyway, I'm excited about this toy, right? Very excited. Okay. Now this is a Mattel Toy Makers Genuine Cowhide. And this is like a bullet holder belt. And then these little bullets sell for money too. They are fake. I looked on eBay, I see a ton of solds, and I see a ton of people currently with them. What I do if I want to know if I'm going to get a Vero on something, because, you know, 10 people could list this today, doesn't mean just because you see one in the active that it's okay to sell it. So what I do is I go in and I look and I see, okay, has this person had this for a very long time? So I'm going to go ahead and maybe just have my, you know, son sell this on his account or something. It looks like it's okay to sell this, or I might just check with one of the toy people on my group and, you know, make sure that these are okay to do. But as far as I know, I'll get that listed eventually here. Then this is a 1961. It's I don't know if it's incomplete, but it is like punched out. It's a convertible customizing kit, and this goes for about 30 in the condition it's in. The box is great, so I think I can get about 30 for that. All right, then then we have this toy hauler, not in the best of shape, but there's the toy hauler. And then here's the ramp that hooks on the back of the toy hauler. And then on this one, he had 2 cars, see, that fit right here. So that's, let me show you, you're not, sorry, my video isn't, see the 2 cars that go on top. So that's what makes this one about a $70 toy, are these two cars, and then, you know, the front and everything. And so all the pieces seem to be here on this one. So I'm going to give this a bath, not a scrub, because I don't want to take any vintage paint off, but a nice bath, and try to get this listed today. All right, guys, I think that is all that I have looked up again. I'm going to look up these Viewmasters. I just wanted you to see what I'm working on, and it's great stuff. You know, if you see old rusted toys at garage sales and they're $1, you know, it might be worth just, instead of trying to figure it out there, you know, if you're only spending a few bucks, these metal toys can go for a fortune. I know these didn't end up to be, but go ahead and look them up. And let me tell you what Viewmasters I have. So, Woody Woodpecker. I mean, potentially could be a collectible one, right? This one is Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, maybe just I'll sell these 4. I see people with like 50 of these, so they aren't that rare unless I happen to have gotten a rare one here. But Tom and Jerry. So, but I just want to look them up real quick. Do my friend a favor. Gene Autry and his Wonder Horse Champion. Roy Rogers. A lot of Western ones. And these have some damage. I mean, you can tell there. That one's punched out. Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd the Hunter. So I'm going to take 5 minutes, look these up, and then probably most likely give these back. Alright, guys, thanks for joining me. I'm going to upload this video, go wash my hands, get the toy truck, or not wash, but soaking. I'm going to soak it in just a little bit of mild detergent. And then you know, I'll let it dry so that tonight or first thing in the morning, if it's dry, I can go ahead and list that. And I'm going to wash my hands and then come back down and do my clean stuff, because my hands is dirty now. I'm going to go clean up before I ship my good stuff. So I'll be back with a shipping video in just a few minutes. Have a good day, guys. Like my video if you don't mind. Bye-bye.